Now that since that worked, maybe he ought to start strongly. Let's see.
De La Hoya with a new clothing contract, therefore a new color scheme, and also the shortest trunks we've seen in the ring in a while. Wonder if he designed them himself. Those trunks are as short as the things you wore in the '68 Olympics, George.
Short all, baby. What I don't like is Oscar having a hard time warming up prior to the fight. Even his trainer was hitting him in the side and in the back, trying to make life come to him.
Well, so few people have given Carr a chance. You wonder how difficult it's been for De La Hoya to maintain his concentration on this bout, but he's always conquered that obstacle in the past.
Oba Carr's got to move around, land a shot, forget about the power, just put something on De La Hoya to win every round. Pressure is on Oscar to get a knockout. He's got to stick his jab out there and dig hard, but Oba Carr has the luxury of just winning round after round.
That's that quick little right hand that is one of Carr's better punches.
It was that quick little right hand up the middle that floored Trinidad in the second round of his bout with Felix back in '94. De La Hoya landing a left hand, and Carr seeming to wobble for a moment.
A left jab it was, Jim.
Wasn't all that hard a punch. And De La Hoya promised that he would not be cautious in the first round, and he is not. A left hook produces an early knockdown.
5, 6, 7.
And those punches did not look hard, which isn't to say they weren't. They just didn't have the appearance of being punches with great leverage.
And there's a rumor that Carr is badly overtrained, George. Some of those who saw him in Big Bear saying too many rounds of sparring, too much running. If a fighter's overtrained, does he have trouble taking punches?
No, that's not the problem. It's more, it'll all be affected with the accuracy of his punches.
And the fact that he's getting into exchanges against a stronger man.
Yeah, he takes another left, and that left throws Carr's knees momentarily.
And he's not moving. Oba Carr should be on the move here. Left and right. Left and right.
Big first round for Oscar De La Hoya. Carr trying to fight back now in the last 30 seconds of the round.
Keep him up.
He's falling into the web of Oscar De La Hoya's power now. You got to keep moving. You just can't be there. And the punches shouldn't have any power when Oba Carr throws the punch, just slightly enough to keep him off balance.
Carr trying to fire a hard right hand.
Carr has recovered his balance nicely. He is a very courageous fighter.
Oscar following him around without a jab.
But in all probability, Oba Carr starts the fight 2 points down, because that was likely a 10-8 round for De La Hoya as the result of the knockdown.
Okay, don't bend in on it. In and out, side to side. Yeah, you lost the first round. So, but still, we ain't lost the war. We're still in the fight. Put that square right there. The square right there, Ava.
He's got it. You got it in that fight. You got it. Go ahead.
It was a stiff jab that first startled Carr, and there you see him going down from a short left hook inside. Left to the body. De La Hoya promised to start faster than he customarily has, and he has delivered on the promise.
Let's go, let's go.
So in round one, by CompuBox numbers, Oba Carr landing 9 of 72 punches, De La Hoya 25 of 56. An unusually aggressive first round for Oscar, backing up his claim that he would be a more aggressive fighter than has been the case for the past few years.
Oscar De La Hoya is doing a great job of keeping his hands up. He's not dropping his hands. Generally, he gets comfortable. He puts his left hand to his side so he can get more range. He's being extra careful not to do that tonight. Oba Carr's doing a terrible job of staying in front of De La Hoya.
Meaning he's not moving enough.
No, you got to move. And if you want to stand in front of him later on, you get to know him, get his rhythm, maybe 5 or 6 rounds. But right now, it's not a good idea. Oscar's got to give him a bit of respect. You just can't just walk right over. Pick your shots and do the same thing.
De La Hoya fighting the first minute of the second round the way he's fought so many first rounds in the past, mostly looking and setting himself up for opportunities down the road.
And they've got to sell Oscar De La Hoya back on his left jab. You want to keep that jab in the business. It's a good jab. You don't want to desert it now. Stay right with your left jab.
Oba Carr beating Oscar to the punch through the middle portions of round 2 now. And Oscar not throwing much as Carr begins to score.
Now, Oba Carr is allowed to lay on Oscar's neck. The taller guy is going to get the worst of it. Start to affect your legs a little bit. I was his corner. I'd start warning the referee now. Get him off my neck. Get off my fighter's neck.
De La Hoya trying to dig the left of the body. The thing about the jab for De La Hoya, Carr's a setup fighter, George. He likes to set up, mount an attack, walk a few steps, set up and do it again. If you keep the jab in his face, it's hard for him to set up and start a rhythm.
Yeah, but Oscar's having problems because if you're going to throw a stiff left jab, you're not going to be able to follow it with a good right hand. So you have to just put your right hand down for a while. And that's what he's not wanting to do right now. He wants to keep the right hand in the show, too. Just lay off the right hand and just stiff jab him for a round.
Oscar is coming forward as promised, but in this round he hasn't been shooting many punches.
If Oscar only could understand the damage he can do with his left jab that he has done.
Another right hand by Carr. Oba Carr appearing to outwork Oscar De La Hoya in round 2.
Oh yeah, he's trying to win this round.
This is a very good round for Oba Carr. This is the pattern he would like to follow in this fight.
And as we go to De La Hoya's corner to listen to Roberto Alcazar speak Spanish occasionally, our interpreter is Ray Torres.
Okay, you got to start to do a little bit more. You got to use that jab a little bit more and move around a little more. You don't stay in front of him. Okay, you need to use that jab more. Make sure that that's what you need to do. And relax in there. Every time you get him to the corner, work the body. Work the body. Stay out of in front of him. And keep breaking on with that jab. You want to rest? Let's do it that round. He's being first. As long as you're being first.
You just want the right hand by itself, and you do right. Throw the right hand just to change the rhythm. Don't just use the left hand all the time.
You saw in that last round why Oba Carr has been such a good professional fighter, coming back from a first round knockdown and establishing himself and winning the round in my judgment.
And De La Hoya throwing only 8 power punches in the round. You can see that Harold Letterman also thought that Carr won the second.
And a good stiff jab from De La Hoya to open up his attack here.
Well, Oba Carr's got the luxury now of being able to stay in position and let your opponent come to you. That's what you want in boxing. He's doing a good job of staying in position. He never pushes his right leg behind his left leg behind his right leg.
But he appeared to be momentarily hurt by a left hand again, and Oscar has unloaded more left hand artillery here in the third round. It's almost as though the second round didn't exist, as De La Hoya comes up in round 3 and begins to pick up on the damage that he created for Carr in round 1.
Well, a guy like Oba Carr, you really got to count that into the cost of your building. You're going to get hit and you're going to get hurt, but you got to recover and get right back to your strategy. He bends his waist here and there, which is fine. He's never out of position. Right foot is always behind the left. He's got Oscar hunting for a knockout. He's the champion.
Good right hand by Carr.
De La Hoya lands a little right of his own in retaliation. When De La Hoya is active with his left hand, particularly when he fires left hooks, Carr has trouble handling that. When De La Hoya sits back, Carr can attack, be aggressive, and control long stretches of the fight.
Now Carr has moved the tide because he's inside where he wants to be. He's not having to back away. Whenever